Hello and welcome to this beginner's guide to AutoCAD 2024. If you're a student, professional, or just curious, you've chosen a powerful tool. This tutorial starts from the basics, assuming no prior experience. We'll build your confidence step by step, explaining each command and feature. We'll demystify the interface and break down concepts into manageable steps. Consider this your roadmap to mastering essential tools. By the end, you'll have a solid foundation for your future endeavors. With practice and guidance, you'll become fluent in AutoCAD. Follow along actively, pausing as needed. This journey transforms you into a capable creator, ready to bring your ideas to life. Let's start with, what is AutoCAD? So, what is AutoCAD? The name itself gives us a clue. It stands for Automatic Computer-Aided Design. At its core, AutoCAD is a sophisticated software application used for creating precise two-dimensional and three-dimensional drawings. Imagine the traditional drafting table used by architects and engineers for centuries, complete with rulers, compasses, and protractors. Now picture that entire setup digitized, enhanced with incredible power, precision, and flexibility. That is essentially what AutoCAD is, a digital drawing board for the 21st century. It was first released in 1982, and it revolutionized the way designers and engineers worked, moving them from paper and pencil to the computer screen. Unlike image editing software like Adobe Photoshop, which works with pixels, AutoCAD works with vectors. This is a crucial distinction. A vector is a mathematical entity defined by points, lines, and curves. This means that no matter how much you zoom in or out of an AutoCAD drawing, the lines remain perfectly crisp and clear. This mathematical precision is vital for the industries that rely on the software. A drawing of a building's foundation or a machine part must be accurate to the millimeter or even a fraction of a millimeter. AutoCAD provides the tools to achieve this level of accuracy, making it an essential tool for technical drawing and design. The software allows you to do much more than just draw lines. You can create complex geometric shapes, add text and dimensions, and organize your drawing into layers, much like transparent sheets stacked on top of each other. This layering system allows you to control the visibility of different parts of your design. For example, an architect could have separate layers for the floor plan, the electrical wiring, and the plumbing systems. This organization is fundamental to managing the complexity of large-scale projects. AutoCAD is not just about creating a final image, it is about creating a detailed, data-rich model of an object or a space. In essence, AutoCAD is a language of design and engineering. It provides a standardized way to communicate complex technical information visually. A drawing created in AutoCAD can be shared with engineers, manufacturers, and construction teams anywhere in the world, and they will be able to understand the design intent with perfect clarity. It bridges the gap between an idea and its physical realization. Whether you are designing a simple piece of furniture or a massive skyscraper, AutoCAD provides the platform to develop, refine, and document your vision with unparalleled accuracy and efficiency. This is the power you are about to learn how to wield. Now that we understand what AutoCAD is, let's look at who uses it. The answer is incredibly broad, as the software is a cornerstone of numerous industries. Perhaps the most well-known users are architects and architectural technicians. They use AutoCAD to create detailed floor plans, elevations, and sections for all types of buildings, from residential homes to massive commercial complexes. These drawings are the blueprints that guide the entire construction process. They contain every critical detail, including wall thicknesses, door and window placements, and structural elements, ensuring the final building is constructed exactly as designed. Engineers of all disciplines are also heavy users of AutoCAD. Mechanical engineers design machine parts, engines, and all sorts of mechanical systems. They rely on AutoCAD's precision to create detailed schematics and assembly drawings, ensuring that every component fits and functions perfectly. Civil engineers use it to design infrastructure projects like roads, bridges, dams, and drainage systems. They create site plans and topographical maps, laying out the groundwork for our modern cities. Electrical engineers draft wiring diagrams and circuit board layouts, while manufacturing engineers use it to plan factory layouts and production workflows. Beyond architecture and engineering, AutoCAD has found a home in many other creative and technical fields. Interior designers use it to create detailed space plans, arranging furniture, lighting, and finishes to craft functional and beautiful interiors. They can present clients with precise layouts to help them visualize the final space. Similarly, landscape architects use AutoCAD to design parks, gardens, and public spaces, planning the placement of plants, pathways, and water features. Even professionals in fields like set design for theater and film use AutoCAD to draft detailed plans for their stages and environments, ensuring everything is built to the correct scale and specification. The list of users continues to expand. Urban planners use the software to map out city developments. Surveyors use it to process field data and create accurate property maps. Product designers use it to conceptualize new consumer goods. Essentially, if a job requires the creation of precise, scaled drawings to communicate a design for manufacturing or construction, there is a very high chance that AutoCAD is the tool of choice. Its versatility and long-standing reputation as an industry standard make it an indispensable asset across this wide spectrum of professions, connecting ideas to reality through the universal language of technical drawing. So, we have established what AutoCAD is and who uses it. The final question is, why should you, as a beginner, invest your time and effort into learning it? The most immediate and practical reason is career enhancement. Proficiency in AutoCAD is a highly sought-after skill in the job market. A quick search on any job board for positions in architecture, engineering, construction, or design will reveal that AutoCAD is often listed as a mandatory or highly preferred qualification. By learning this software, you are not just acquiring a new technical ability. You are significantly increasing your employability and opening doors to a vast range of career opportunities across multiple industries. Beyond just getting a job, learning AutoCAD fundamentally improves your design and problem-solving skills. The software forces you to think with precision and logic. You learn to break down complex objects and systems into their basic geometric components. This process enhances your spatial awareness and your ability to visualize objects in 3 dimensions, even when working in 2 dimensions. It teaches you to be methodical and organized, particularly when managing complex drawings with multiple layers and components. These are transferable skills that are valuable in any technical or design-oriented field, making you a more effective and efficient professional. Learning AutoCAD also empowers you to bring your own ideas to life. Whether you are a student working on a project, a hobbyist designing something for your workshop, or an aspiring entrepreneur developing a new product, AutoCAD gives you the tools to turn your concepts into professional quality designs. You are no longer limited by your ability to sketch by hand. You can create accurate, scalable plans that can be used for presentations, prototyping with 3-dimensional printers, or fabrication by a machine shop. This ability to independently develop and document your ideas is incredibly liberating and can be the first step toward innovation. Finally, learning AutoCAD 2024 now means you are learning the latest version of an industry-standard tool. You will be up to date with the newest features and workflows, giving you a competitive edge. It serves as a gateway to the broader world of digital design and fabrication. The principles you learn in AutoCAD, such as working with coordinates, understanding object properties, and managing layers, are foundational concepts that apply to many other CAD and 3-dimensional modeling programs. By mastering AutoCAD, you are not just learning one piece of software, you are building a solid foundation for a lifelong journey of learning and creating in the digital design landscape. Before downloading AutoCAD 2024, let's ensure your computer can run it smoothly. This powerful program needs specific hardware to function correctly. Check the system requirements. AutoCAD 2024 requires a 64-bit version of Windows 10 or 11. Autodesk recommends a processor with a speed of 2.5 GHz or faster. You'll need at least 8 GB of RAM, 16 is recommended. A dedicated graphics card with 1 GB of memory is suggested. Checking these components ensures a smooth installation and user experience. Now that you have confirmed your computer meets the necessary requirements, it is time to get the software itself. For students and educators, Autodesk offers an incredible resource. It is called the Autodesk Education Community. This program provides free, 1-year educational access to a wide range of Autodesk software, including the full version of AutoCAD 2024. This is not a limited trial version, it is the complete professional software, which is fantastic for learning. This initiative is designed to help the next generation of designers, engineers, and creators develop their skills using industry-standard tools. It is an opportunity you should definitely take advantage of. To get started, you will need to visit the official Autodesk Education Community website. You can find it easily by searching for Autodesk Education in your web browser. Once you are on the site, you will need to create an account. This process involves providing some basic information such as your name, email address, and the name of your educational institution. It is very important to use a valid email address, as you will need to verify it to activate your account. The process is straightforward and is designed to confirm your status as a student or educator. During the registration process, Autodesk will need to verify your eligibility. This is a standard procedure to ensure that the free educational licenses are used for their intended purpose. You will likely be asked to provide some form of documentation. This could be a student ID card with a current date, a school transcript, or an official letter from your institution. The verification process is usually handled by a third-party service called SheerID, and is typically quite fast. Make sure you have your documentation ready in a digital format, like a photo or a PDF file, to upload when prompted. Once your eligibility is confirmed, you will gain access to the Autodesk Education Portal. This is your gateway to downloading AutoCAD and many other powerful Autodesk products. Your educational license will be valid for 1 year, and you can renew it annually as long as you remain eligible. This is an amazing benefit that allows you to learn and practice with professional-grade software without any financial cost. Take your time with the registration and verification process. Following the steps carefully will grant you the key to unlock the full power of AutoCAD 2024 for your learning journey. With your Autodesk Education account ready, it's time to download AutoCAD 2024. Log in to the Autodesk Education website and find AutoCAD in the product list. Select Windows as your platform, choose the 2024 version, and pick your preferred language. Opt for the download method to save the full installer package. This gives you a backup for future use. Click Download and save the files somewhere easy to find, like your desktop. Once the download finishes, you're ready to install. Let's install AutoCAD 2024. Go to your downloaded files and double-click the installer. It ends with .x. Allow any permissions, then follow the prompts. Accept the license agreement and keep the default install location and components. Click Install. The process may take a while. Don't turn off your computer. When it's done, you'll see a confirmation screen. Close the installer. AutoCAD 2024 is now installed and ready to launch. You've installed AutoCAD 2024. Congratulations! Find the AutoCAD icon on your desktop or Start menu and open it. The first launch may take a bit longer as it sets up. Sign in with your Autodesk account to activate your educational license. Once signed in, you'll see the main AutoCAD window and the Start tab. Here, you can open existing drawings or start a new one. You're ready to begin your AutoCAD journey. Let's explore the AutoCAD interface. The main area is your drawing canvas, where you'll create everything. Above it is the ribbon, packed with tools and commands. Below is the command line and status bar for input and feedback. The layout is customizable, but we'll use the default for now. We'll start by looking at the application menu, quick access toolbar, and then dive into the ribbon. By the end, you'll confidently navigate AutoCAD's workspace. The ribbon at the top is your main toolbox. It's organized into tabs like Home, Insert, and Annotate, each with panels for related tools. The Home tab is where you'll find essentials like Line, Circle, Move, and Copy. Panels group similar commands, and some have extra tools hidden in flyouts. Hover over icons for tooltips and brief descriptions. As you switch tabs, the ribbon updates with new tools for each task. Mastering the Home tab is your first step to AutoCAD proficiency. Below the drawing area is the command line, AutoCAD's direct input channel. Type commands or click ribbon icons. The command line guides you with prompts. It shows your recent actions and offers extra options for many commands. Use keyboard shortcuts and autocomplete to work faster. Try typing L for line. Watch the command line for instructions as you draw. Experienced users rely on it for speed and precision. Get comfortable with the command line. It's your best AutoCAD assistant. The large space in the center is your infinite digital canvas. Here you'll create and modify designs, whether it's a microchip or a city plan. To navigate, use Zoom and Pan, best with a 3-button mouse. Roll the scroll wheel to zoom and press it to pan. The View Cube and Navigation Bar offer additional tools, but the scroll wheel is more efficient. Practice these actions. Let's explore the elements that provide information and control over your drawing environment. The status bar at the bottom features drafting aids and settings. These toggle switches help you draw with precision. Key tools include Grid Display, Ortho Mode, and Object Snaps. Object Snap, OSnap, allows your cursor to snap to geometric points. Palettes are floating windows for specific information. Important palettes include the Properties palette and Layer Properties Manager. The Properties palette displays information about selected objects. The Layer Properties Manager organizes your drawing with layers. The ribbon, command line, drawing area, status bar, and palettes form the AutoCAD workspace. Now that you are comfortable navigating the AutoCAD interface, it is time to start drawing. The most fundamental building block of any design is the humble line. The line command is the first and most important drawing tool you will learn. You can access the line command by clicking the line icon, or by typing the letter L into the command line and press enter. AutoCAD will prompt you to specify the first point. After you click, you'll see a rubber band line. You can end the command by pressing the enter key, the spacebar, or the escape key. To create perfectly straight horizontal or vertical lines, you can use ortho mode by pressing the F8 key to toggle it on. After mastering the straight line, the next shape to learn is the circle. Circles are essential in designs, from mechanical drawings to architectural plans. The circle command offers several methods. Click the circle icon or type C and press enter. The default is center radius. Click to define the center, then specify the radius visually or numerically. Alternatively, use the diameter option by typing D. Explore other methods like 2-point, 3-point, and tan radius for different geometric problems. AutoCAD offers the rectangle command for efficient rectangle creation, producing a single polyline object. Find the rectangle icon in the Draw panel or type Rec. Specify the first corner point, then the opposite corner. For precise dimensions, after the first corner, type D, enter length and width. The polygon command creates equilateral shapes with any number of sides. Access it under the rectangle flyout or type Pol. Specify the number of sides, the center, and whether it's inscribed or circumscribed. The arc command creates smooth, curved lines, fundamental in design. Access it by typing A and pressing enter or clicking the arc icon. The drop-down offers 11 methods. The default is the 3-point method. A common method is start, center, end, defining the starting point, center, and end point. Other useful methods include start, end, angle, and start, end, radius. Start with 3-point and start, center, end. Discover other methods as you tackle complex drawings. Beyond common shapes, AutoCAD offers tools for complex geometry like ellipses and polylines. An ellipse, a flattened circle, is often used for isometric drawings. Access the ellipse command from the Draw panel or by typing EL. Define an ellipse by its center and axis endpoints for precise control. The polyline, a versatile tool, creates a single object from connected lines or arcs. Accessed with the PL command, it simplifies selection and modification. Calculate length or area with a single click. While drawing, switch between lines and arcs and specify segment width. Mastering polylines allows intelligent and editable geometry. You have now learned the fundamental drawing tools in AutoCAD. You can create lines, circles, rectangles, and other shapes to build the basic components of your design. However, drawing is only half of the story. It's actually very rare that you'll draw an object perfectly in its final position and shape on your first try. The real power and efficiency of CAD software come from its ability to easily modify and manipulate existing geometry. This is where the Modify tools come into play. These commands allow you to change, adjust, and refine the objects you've already drawn. Think of this as the editing phase of your design process. The Modify tools are located on the Home tab of the ribbon, right next to the Draw panel. This placement is very logical, since you'll constantly be switching between drawing new objects and modifying existing ones. This panel contains a suite of powerful commands such as move, copy, rotate, trim, extend, and many more. Learning how to use these tools effectively is just as important, if not more important, than learning the drawing tools. They'll save you an incredible amount of time and effort, letting you work with much greater speed and precision than would ever be possible with manual drafting methods. The general workflow for most Modify commands follows a simple, consistent pattern: select, then act. First, you select the object or objects you want to modify. Then, you activate the desired Modify command to perform the action on your selection. Alternatively, you can start the command first, and then follow the prompts on the command line, which will ask you to select the objects. Both methods work, but as you gain experience, you might find the select first approach to be just a bit faster for many operations. This part of our tutorial will introduce you to the most essential and frequently used Modify commands. We'll begin with the most basic but crucial commands. Move and copy. These tools allow you to reposition and duplicate objects within your drawing. Next, we'll explore two of the most powerful and honestly most satisfying tools in all of AutoCAD: Trim and Extend. These commands are used for cleaning up geometry where objects intersect, allowing you to create clean and precise connections. Mastering these four commands is a major milestone in your AutoCAD journey. They form the backbone of your editing workflow and will transform you from someone who can simply draw shapes into someone who can truly engineer a design. The Move command relocates objects. Select objects, then specify a base point and a second point. Use object snaps for accuracy. The Copy command duplicates objects. It works like Move but leaves the original in place. Create multiple copies until you press Enter or ESC, efficient for repetitive elements. The Trim command is a powerful tool for cleaning up overlapping objects. The command alias is TR, or select the icon on the ribbon. In modern AutoCAD, Trim operates in quick mode. Simply click the segment you want to remove. Use a fencing selection to clean up multiple lines at once. An object can only be trimmed if it intersects with a cutting edge. Practice trimming overlapping lines and circles. The Extend command is the perfect companion to the Trim command. It's essentially its direct opposite. While Trim is used to shorten objects, Extend is used to lengthen objects until they meet another object. This is extremely useful when you have a line or an arc that falls just short of a boundary and you need to close the gap precisely. The Extend command saves you from manually stretching the object and trying to make it meet the boundary perfectly. You can find the Extend icon in the flyout menu under the Trim icon in the Modify panel. The command alias for Extend is X. Just like the Trim command, the Extend command defaults to a user-friendly quick mode. When you start the command, AutoCAD automatically identifies all visible objects as potential boundaries. The command line will prompt you to select object to extend or shift select to trim. All you need to do is move your cursor over the end of the line or arc that you want to lengthen. As you hover over it, AutoCAD will show you a preview of the object extending to the nearest boundary. A single click will complete the extension. A fantastic feature is the seamless integration between the Trim and Extend commands. When either command is active, you can switch to the other just by holding down the Shift key. For example, if you're trimming several objects and you notice a line that needs to be extended, you don't need to end the command. You can just hold down the Shift key, and the Trim command will behave like the Extend command. This allows you to fluidly switch between cutting and lengthening within a single continuous operation. Similar to Trim, the Extend command can only work if there is a boundary object to extend to. If you try to extend a line pointing into empty space, nothing will happen because there is no target for it to reach. Together, Trim and Extend are a dynamic duo that you'll use in almost every drawing you create. Practice drawing lines that need cleanup and gaps that need to be closed, and get comfortable using both commands and the Shift key toggle between them. As drawings become complex, using layers becomes essential. Layers are a core organizational principle in AutoCAD, separating beginners from proficient users. Think of layers as transparent sheets stacked on each other, allowing independent control of drawing parts. You can modify properties and visibility of objects on a layer at once. Using layers from the start is a best practice, improving clarity and making modifications easier. It's essential for plotting different drawing versions. The Layer Properties Manager is your central control for all things layers. Here, you can create, delete, and modify layers. Find it under the Home tab, Layers panel, Layer Properties. It's best to keep this palette open. Create new layers with the new layer icon. The Layer Properties Manager is like a spreadsheet. Name your layers descriptively and use a consistent naming convention. Control visibility with on-off and freeze-thaw. Lock layers to prevent edits. Adjust color, line type, and line weight. Changes update instantly. This gives you incredible control. Let's put the Layer Properties Manager into practice. The first step, set up the layers you'll need. Open the Layer Properties Manager and create layers for a simple architectural plan. Create 3 layers: walls, doors, and windows. Assign a distinct color to each layer. To draw on a layer, you need to set a layer current. In the Layers panel, use the drop-down list to select the layer you want to use. Any new object will be placed on the current layer and inherit its properties. To move an object drawn on the wrong layer, select the object. Then, use the layer drop-down to select the correct destination layer. This is the fundamental workflow for organized drafting. Always check which layer is current before drawing a new object to save time later. Every object in AutoCAD has individual properties like color, line type, and line weight. Bilayer is the recommended setting for most work, linking object properties to their layer. This makes drawing management easy, allowing global changes through the Layer Properties Manager. Object overrides can give unique properties, but use them sparingly to avoid management issues. Keep properties set to bilayer and let the Layer Properties Manager control your drawing's appearance. Throughout your journey with AutoCAD, the single most important habit you can develop is to save your work frequently. Computer software can sometimes crash, and power outages can happen unexpectedly. Losing hours of meticulous work can be incredibly frustrating. The save command is your safety net, ensuring your progress is securely stored. The standard file format for an AutoCAD drawing is a DWG file, which stands for drawing. This file type preserves all the information in your project, including all your geometry, layers, properties, and layouts. It is a native format that can be opened and edited by any version of AutoCAD. There are two primary commands for saving, save, and save as. You can access them from the Quick Access toolbar at the top left of the screen, the floppy disk icon, or from the main application menu, which is the big A icon. The first time you save a new untitled drawing, either command will bring up the Save Drawing as dialog box. This window allows you to choose a location on your computer to store the file and to give it a descriptive name. It is good practice to create a dedicated folder for your AutoCAD projects to keep your files organized and easy to find later on. After you have saved your file for the first time, the Save command, or pressing Ctrl+S, becomes a quick save function. It will instantly update the existing DWG file with all the changes you have made since the last save, without showing you the dialog box again. You should get into the habit of pressing Ctrl+S every 10 to 15 minutes, or after completing any significant step in your drawing. The Save As command, on the other hand, will always open the dialog box, allowing you to save a new copy of your drawing with a different name or in a different location. This is useful for creating version backups or saving milestones in your project. AutoCAD also has a helpful autosave feature, which automatically creates a backup file at regular intervals, typically every 10 minutes by default. While this is a great fallback, you should not rely on it as your primary method of saving. Taking manual control by using Ctrl+S frequently is the most reliable way to protect your work. Always remember to save your drawing one last time before you close the program. Developing this simple habit will save you from potential disasters and ensure that your hard work is never lost, allowing you to pick up right where you left off, every time. While DWG is great for AutoCAD, you'll often need to share drawings with others who don't have the software. Exporting to common formats is key. PDF is universally accessible, preserving visual fidelity on almost any device. In AutoCAD, use the Export PDF command, found in the application menu or command line. Choose Save Location and Name. Options control quality and content. Select what to export: display, extents, window, or layout. Besides PDF, export to DWF or older DWG versions via Save As. Exporting is crucial for communication and collaboration. Many AutoCAD designs are printed for construction or client meetings. Printing, traditionally called plotting, uses the Plot command, accessible via the printer icon, Ctrl+P, or the command line. The Plot dialog box controls printing settings. Select your printer or a DWG to PDF plotter. Choose your paper size, ensuring it matches your printer. Define the plot area, display, extents, or window. Set the plot scale, crucial for technical drawings. Use the plot style table for color conversion, like monochrome for construction documents. Always preview before printing to avoid errors. It is now time to bring everything we have learned together into a practical, hands-on project. Theory is important, but the best way to solidify your new skills is to apply them to a real-world task. For this project, we will be creating a simple two-dimensional floor plan for a single room. This is a perfect beginner project because it incorporates all the essential skills you have developed so far: navigating the interface, using basic drawing tools, applying modify commands, and organizing your work with layers. Our goal is to create a clean, accurate, and well-organized drawing that clearly communicates the layout of the space. The project will be a top-down view of a small studio apartment's main living area. The room will have exterior walls, a single door for entry, and a window. Inside, we will place a few basic pieces of furniture to indicate the room's function, such as a bed and a small desk. Finally, we will add some basic dimensions to specify the size of the room. This exercise will simulate the initial design phase of an architectural or interior design project. By following along step by step, you will gain confidence and see how the individual commands you have learned work together in a cohesive workflow. Before we start drawing, it is important to have a clear plan. Our room will be a simple rectangle measuring 5,000 millimeters in length by 4,000 millimeters in width. We will be drawing at a 1:1 scale in model space, which means one drawing unit will represent 1 millimeter. The walls will have a thickness of 150 millimeters. The door will be a standard 900 millimeter wide door, and the window will be 1,200 millimeters wide. Having these key dimensions decided before we begin will make the drawing process much smoother and more accurate. This planning stage is a crucial part of any design project. This project is designed to be a guided experience. We will walk through each stage together, from setting up the file to adding the final touches. I encourage you to follow along on your own computer, pausing as needed to complete each step. Do not worry if you make a mistake. That is a natural part of learning. You can always use the undo command, Ctrl+Z, to go back a step, or use the modify tools to fix any errors. The most important thing is to engage with the process and build muscle memory for the commands and workflows. Let's get started. Let's set up our drawing environment by creating layers to keep our project organized. Open the Layer Properties Manager and create these 5 layers: A walls, A doors, A windows, A furniture, and A dims. Assign each layer a unique color for visual clarity. Close the Layer Properties Manager, select the A walls layer, type Rec and press Enter to activate the rectangle command, type 00 and press Enter. Type D, then enter 5,000 for length and 4,000 for width. Click in the upper right quadrant to place the rectangle. Type O and press Enter to offset. Enter 150 for the offset distance. Click the rectangle, then click inside it. We have the basic outline of our walls. Next, we'll create openings for the door and window using construction lines and the trim command. We'll place the door 200 millimeters from the corner. Use the line and move commands to position the door jamb. Copy the line to define the 900 millimeter door width. Use the trim command to create the opening, then delete the construction lines. Repeat this process for the window. Draw a rectangle on the A windows layer, using relative coordinates to define its size. Center the window using the move command. Add a line to represent the glass pane. Finally, create the door panel on the A doors layer. Use the arc command to show the door swing. Our room's architectural shell is now complete. It is time to add furniture. First, set your current layer to A furniture. Let's create a simple bed. A standard single bed is approximately 2,000 millimeters long and 1,000 millimeters wide. Use the rectangle command, Rec, and create a rectangle with those dimensions. Now, create a smaller rectangle for a pillow, and place it at the head of the bed. Group the bed frame and the pillow together, so they act as a single unit using the group command. Use the move command M to place the bed against the top wall of the room. The final step is to add dimensions to communicate the key sizes of our layout. Change your current layer to A dims. On the ribbon, go to the Annotate tab and use the Dimension tool. Use this tool to add the overall length and width of the room. You have successfully created a complete, organized, and dimensioned floor plan. Congratulations. Congratulations on finishing this AutoCAD tutorial. You've come a long way, starting as a beginner. We covered the basics: what AutoCAD is, who uses it, and why it's valuable. You explored the interface, learned to draw and modify, and organized your work with layers. You even designed a room layout, applying your new skills to a real project. You've learned how to complete a project from start to finish. A monumental achievement. You have successfully built a strong foundation, but your journey with AutoCAD is truly just beginning. The skills you have acquired in this tutorial are the essential core, but the software has much more depth and power to explore. The key to retaining and building upon what you have learned is consistent practice. Do not let these new skills fade away. Challenge yourself with small projects. Try to draw other simple floor plans, a piece of furniture you own, or a basic mechanical part. The more you use the commands, the more they will become second nature, moving from conscious thought to muscle memory. As you become more comfortable with the basics, you should begin to explore more advanced topics. A great next step is to dive deeper into the Annotate tab and learn more about creating text styles and dimension styles to customize the look of your notations. You could also explore the creation of blocks, which are reusable groups of objects perfect for things like doors, windows, and furniture that you use repeatedly. Learning about blocks is a major step toward improving your efficiency. Another powerful area to investigate is the layout and viewport system for preparing your drawings for printing on specific paper sizes. Do not be afraid to experiment and be curious. Click on buttons you have not used before. Read the prompts in the command line to see what options are available. AutoCAD's help system, which you can access by pressing F1, is an incredibly detailed and valuable resource that can provide information on any command or feature you are curious about. There are also countless online resources, including forums, video tutorials, and articles that can help you solve specific problems or learn new techniques. The design community is vast and supportive, so never hesitate to look for answers and inspiration from others who are on the same path. Ultimately, remember that AutoCAD is a tool to serve your creativity and technical needs. The goal is not just to learn the software, but to use it to bring your unique ideas to life. Whether your passion lies in architecture, engineering, interior design, or any other field, you now possess the foundational skills to start creating professional, accurate, and compelling designs. Continue to practice, stay curious, and keep building on the solid foundation you have established here. We wish you the very best on your continued journey into the exciting world of computer-aided design. Happy drawing!